Nah, nigga, we gonna talk about it. Fuck all that.
Exclusives.
Alright, so it's your boy 3D. I'm Rich in here on the Fuck All That podcast. And today we got old versus young. We got right here.
Chop, baby, chop, man. What's going on?
And who we got over here?
We got T Grady, the world's greatest now, you hear me?
Already. So I got a few questions for y'all, and I just need y'all opinions on it. You know what I'm saying? One of y'all being the elder classman, the other one being the younger one. Just want y'all perspectives on how y'all feel about certain things. So growing up, let's start with Grady. Growing up, who inspired you, or what music was you was listening to that made you feel like, you know what, I want to be a rapper, I want to take rap serious?
Oh, well, growing up, I grew up in Louisiana, so I listened to a lot of No Limit and Cash Money. But at those times and at those eras, in the early 90s, my mom, my pops listened to a lot of Ozzy Brothers, listened to a lot of Marvin Gaye, listened to a lot of F.A.D.E. and stuff like that. So listening to F.A.D.E., that Waterbed album, that actually really gave me like a different perspective on music, because he didn't use a lot of cursing, and he was still able to grab the attention of people and still have people moving. So that's why I kind of lean toward for as my lyrics. But then we get drawn to the Cash Money and the No Limit. It was more of my environment. So once I got to that, I figured, okay, maybe I should gravitate toward that. And then not only was I just listening to this music, but I was actually in these environments: Marcus City, Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana, Thibodaux, Baton Rouge, and stuff like that. Sometimes New Orleans. But we'll be in these areas, learning different things from the culture, learning different things from the music. We had UNLV back in those times, doing a lot of different music, and so it pulled me out, you know what I mean. And then a lot of things, that happened as in my childhood, to where my voice wasn't really as important as most people around me. So what I would do is I started writing this poetry. But as I'm writing this poetry, I'm listening to Juve the Great. At that time, Juve the Great, I think he had just came out with that album, Juve the Great, about 13, 14 years old. And he was making good songs, making good songs, good vibes. And so I use my poetry to push out my emotions, to try to, push my vibes out like that.
All right, so Chop, who did you listen to?
I listen to the Ghetto Boys, man. The Ghetto Boys. KRS-One. I ain't gonna lie, that's when I started wanting to rap. When I heard KRS-One, he had a song called Love Gonna Get You, right? Man, I ain't gonna lie. That right there inspired me to rap, that one song. Because he was just talking about real life stuff. How he had two shirts and 2 pair of jeans that he had to use through the week going to school, and he said all they had was beans and rice. So that's, but then after that, Ghetto Boys, Scarface, Willie D, man, they was going hard, man. Bushwick, one thing I ain't gonna lie, right? Bushwick, when he dropped his solo album, Bushwick had it on lock, man. That had to been about 93, 94. Everybody was jamming Bushwick. I remember he had one song called I Can Still Fuck All My Ex-Girlfriends. I love gang banging. That nigga that was wrecking, man. So Bushwick and them, man. And all of them went hard. Willie D, I make big money. I drive big cars. Everybody know me. It's like I'm a movie star. Late at night, something ain't right. I feel I've been tailed by the same sucker's headlight. Is it that fool that I ran off the block? Or is it that nigga last week that I shot?
Okay.
Is it the one I beat for $5,000? Thought he had cane, but I sold him some flour. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. See, that's that. Say like Willie D had that. I'm talking about it was real. That Texas flow, man. I'm talking about Willie D, man. Real talk. And Face, man. I ain't even gotta say Face verses, man. Face is forever. That is a great. Listening to those three.
So I got another question for y'all. Alright, so it's 2020. Hip hop has been around for at least what? Is it about 30, 40 years? Like officially hip hop has been around that long? Did you think hip hop was gonna last this long?
I think it was because I seen how the masses was on it, man. You feel me? Like from way back when. I mean, you gotta remember, even when in the 80s, man, you know, Tone Loc. You remember Tone Loc?
Oh yeah. Wild Thing.
Yeah, Wild Thing. His little brother dropped a single. I forgot his little brother name. You know, but just seeing all them, man, and they was out. You had all type of hip hop. You had Hammer. Hammer had it on lock.
Yeah.
Hammer. And I'm talking about this is around the time when Easy E was dropping. They was going back and forth, and Hammer wasn't playing. You had Ice Cube and everybody, but Hammer was turning shit out.
Yeah.
So great.
I figured that, you know, hip hop was gonna last a long time because of the culture alone.
Yeah.
But then, like the
So when you say the culture alone, what is it about the culture that made you feel like it was on that?
Well, the culture for us, like, you know, everybody likes to be flashy. Everyone likes to show what they have, and everyone likes to, you know, to brag about what they got. So that culture alone, for, you know, that's what a lot of hip hop, you know, was, you know, we're really talking about where you from and what you represent. You know, that's what a lot of hip hop came from. Not came from, but, you know, represented, like where I'm from or who I am, and you know, pretty much some cocky things, some real cocky, confident type of things, and that's kind of how our culture is. Like, our culture is confident and cocky. You know, that's how it is. So I figured that, you know, the stronger we became as a people, the stronger that the hip hop would have became. You know what I mean? And what I didn't expect is for it to be like as big as it is, to have so many different types of traps or type of hip hop, so many different types.
Okay, so with that being said, what was the moment that you realized, like, damn, hip hop done really took over?
When I heard Eminem rapping. So not Vanilla Ice. I mean, because I never thought Vanilla Ice was a good artist.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only one song I can remember from Vanilla Ice. Let's stop, have a break in, listen. That's the only one I can remember. But when I actually heard Eminem for the first time, that took me to a whole different level of hip hop. I was like, whoa, first of all, he's a white boy and he's rapping like he talking. You know what I mean?
But he ain't. I don't want to say cultural appropriation because he ain't rapping like
true, like black folk.
He ain't.
He's not. He has his own like perspective. You know, it's just his wicked mind.
Yeah.
His sick mind type of rapping. But
hi kids.
You know what I mean? Do you like violence? You want to see 9-inch?
So Chop, what was the moment you saw? He said it was Eminem, which was a big change. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when Eminem came out, it changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
But what was it that you saw that was just like, damn, hip hop then took over?
Man, I'm gonna say when Bone Thugs, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, man.
You know what? Bone Thugs was one of the first groups that every culture, every race accepted.
And that's Bone Thugs is my top. Like, there's no other group.
I'm talking about everybody jamming them still to this day.
Yeah. Like, there's no other group that I can name.
Every song
that has been
NWA. They was accepted, and I ain't taking nothing from NWA. But you know, Eazy still NWA.
Yeah.
And Bone, but Bone, shoot, man. I'm talking about the whole world was jamming this 30 Ruggers Bone, man.
And you know what I think it was that linked them to everybody? Weed.
Yeah.
That's a because they
when they came out with He's 99.
They was talking about smoking weed on every show. Get P.O.D.
A lot of people wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
People wasn't taking those chances and taking it. People wasn't taking chances to harmonize and rap.
Cypress Hill was rapping about
I was just about to say Cypress Hill from the How High movie.
One time tried to run in my house. Take back crap.
They had the front runner was a Spanish guy, and he wasn't. Unless you was a stoner, you wasn't rocking with Hispanics at that time. It was kind of hard to welcome him into hip hop the way he should have been.
Oh, Cypress, yeah. They got accepted.
Be real. No, that's what I'm saying. He's a legend.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I sit back, I said, "Here is something you can't understand." Oh, I could just kill him, man. I'm talking about, man. That right there.
Still a hit to this day. To this day, that's still a really good song.
Yeah.
Okay, so